Firefighters have finally gained some control over the fires in northern Ontario. For the first time this week, no evacuations were needed. Until now, 3,600 people have left their homes in places like Sandy Lake and Deer Lake. Evacuations have been ongoing for months. This week, we'll see improved conditions weather-wise for helping to fight the fires in northwestern Ontario, cooler temperatures, and a little bit of rain. Stay tuned. Now that you're all up to speed on your local forecast, let's see what's making headlines in Weather Network News. I'm Nicole Karkic. Yesterday, across parts of southern Ontario, moving towards the maritime provinces, we had hot, humid conditions, and then a system moved through, brought temperatures down for today, but it also brought bucket loads of rain, thunderstorms. Thanks for those tips, Shelley. Well, yesterday in the maritime provinces, we saw the lightning, the thunder, even reports of hail and very windy conditions towards Moncton. Clocked in there, those winds, 81 kilometers an hour. The humidity has certainly been cut by that front in the Maritimes, but also in Ontario. From July 20th to the 23rd, few days above 32 degrees. That's official heat wave criteria. Today in Ontario, it looks like that heat wave is really coming to an end, slowing down, but we do start to ride that wave once again and get a little hot, humid, sticky weather once again middle of the week in Ontario. But enjoy the fresher air for the afternoon tomorrow, feeling closer to 34 in Toronto. The storms yesterday in southern Ontario, in the southwest, very strong around Strathroy, just south. A tornado was actually reported. No confirmations quite yet. How much rain came down? Well, Toronto Pearson Airport recorded 13 millimeters of rain. We'll take that. Hamilton, 36 millimeters for you. And the chance of storms once again for today. Windsor included in that risk once again. London to the Greater Toronto region. Now cottage country moving east towards Ottawa and Kingston too. Chance of thunderstorms. Southern Manitoba potentially north of Edmonton as well, but generally speaking, the southern prairies looking pretty good for today. And a look at our temperatures across the country tomorrow. Holding on to the warm air in the west. In Alberta, Calgary, 27 degrees for Monday afternoon. You will cool down to 19 degrees on Tuesday. 23 in Vancouver, Regina, 28 degrees for you. Toronto, 27, not as hot and humid on Monday or Tuesday, but by Wednesday, it'll be hot, humid, sticky once again. St. John's, Newfoundland, 22 degrees for your Monday afternoon. Chicago and its surrounding areas have been hit with another round of rain. This is coming hot off the heels of record precipitation Saturday. Stay tuned for local forecasts. They begin right now. The lawns in southern Ontario are going to say thank you for this water. We are thirsty. We're starting to see some storms really bubbling up. Now, yesterday in southwestern Ontario, you saw the rainy weather, the windy conditions. Tornado watches and warnings were in effect. And there are those cells right now bubbling up, heading towards London, Windsor as well. And we could really be seeing things getting quite fierce once again towards just north of Chatham. Notice those thunderstorm cells, the reds, the yellows, the impressive colors starting to pop up. Packed in there, we could see wind gusts over 80 kilometers an hour, the heavy downpours, and the large size hail too. We have the Humidex advisory in place. That certainly fuels the front that's pushing through. And for today, that boundary could start to push towards the Greater Toronto region, in through Barrie, cottage country. We could potentially really be seeing the most significant rain showers we've seen in a while. If you see anything in your area and want to give us a call, in less than a minute from right now, we'll take a look at your full local forecast details, and then we will give you all the information you need to start off a new week. Weather conditions look favorable, though, to help ease the fire situation as we head into this week. Stay tuned. There's still time left in the weekend to enjoy the evening. I'm Nicole Karkic with you here for the Weather Network, filling in for Natalie Thomas. Coming up, we'll talk about the storms that are bubbling up in through parts of southern Ontario, particularly in the southwest around Windsor and Sarnia. And of course, we'll get into details on how temperatures are cooling down again for us across Alberta heading into the new week. Let's travel towards Shediac, New Brunswick, where what happened yesterday. So I think it was so impressive that people are saying, you know, it was one of the worst we've seen. We're still dealing with power outages for today. So I want to thank everyone who's called, and for Rick Savage again, who continues to update us from Plaster Rock, New Brunswick. Saturday, a look at our wind gusts here. Moncton, 81 kilometers an hour for you. Today, much calmer conditions, of course, and the conditions that are much better better for opening up the windows. Halifax, Monday, 24 degrees, but notice Fredericton, Halifax, chance of some showers returning for your Tuesday, so enjoy all you can for today. Let's head now towards Ontario. Toronto picked up 13 millimeters of rain. Not very impressive, but of course we'll take what we can get. Hamilton, it was 36 millimeters for you. So this is what's happening right now. The radar returns showing these cells, the reds and the yellows. That's what you want to really focus on. That's when you start to see the really strong thunderstorm cells packed in there. And for today, that widespread risk of thunderstorms moving towards the greater Toronto region, Barrie, Cottage Country. So heads up to boaters out there who are trying to get home. And then it's going to move towards Kingston and Ottawa, Montreal. Monday could be the stormiest day for you this week. This evening, feeling like 30 in Toronto, 42 in Windsor. So we still have that humidex value in place in southwestern Ontario. It's much cooler as we push towards Toronto. And for Monday afternoon, you know what? It's not too bad. It's not feeling like 40, but it's still a little bit above seasonal for us there. In the prairies today, isolated severe thunderstorms possible in southern Manitoba, Winnipeg included, and northern sections of the prairies. But generally speaking, southern Alberta, southern Saskatchewan, fairly calm conditions for today. And as we head into your Monday, above seasonal temperatures in Saskatoon, 28 degrees there. Stay tuned for your long range. In this long-range forecast, we're starting off a brand new, fresh week. And for Monday, fresh conditions in the maritime provinces, no humidex values, and we're seeing some sunshine there. In through Ottawa, towards Montreal, Kingston, Brockville, chance of thunderstorms for you. Even the Nickel Belt could see it. Seasonal temperatures in through the prairies, and a chance of showers only in through northern sections of the prairies. But then by Tuesday, cooler temperatures once again. Edmonton, your daytime high, only about 19 degrees. You'll see the rain. It continues towards Saskatchewan and parts of Manitoba, and thunderstorms now hitting us once again in the maritime provinces. For Wednesday, it quickly clears out. Warm in southern Ontario and some storms in northwestern Ontario too, and still seeing rainy weather on Wednesday and Thursday potentially across parts of the prairies. Stay tuned, because coming up on the program, we'll have more details on the wildfires in northwestern Ontario. The sweltering heat continues to make life uncomfortable for U.S. East Coast residents. Forecasters say states in the mid-Atlantic and southeast will be feeling the heat wave today. With humidex values, it was feeling a lot hotter than that. The bubble of tropical-like air developed over the Midwest earlier this week and caused people even spent the day frolicking in the fountains. Air conditioners helped blow out the power grid, and about 10,000 customers remained without power yesterday. Cooler temperatures are forecast for the next few days. Stay tuned for your local forecast details.